Erling Haaland has signed a 10-year contract with Manchester City, tying him to the club until 2034.
There goes Haaland, he's on his way again, he's hungry, he's scored, he always does, he always will.
This deal is historic in its length, a rarity in modern football, and worth an estimated £260 million, with a weekly salary of £500,000.
What?
Haaland becomes the highest-paid player in the Premier League, securing financial stability for the foreseeable future. Long-term contracts of this nature are virtually unheard of, particularly for a player so young. Most elite footballers opt for shorter contracts, giving them the flexibility to reassess their options and adapt to changing circumstances in their careers. Haaland's decision to commit for a full decade sets him apart and raises important questions about his motivations and ambitions.
I'm really looking forward to what's next and for the future.
The financial terms of the contract alone are enough to turn heads. Earning £500,000 per week ensures Haaland a place among the highest-paid athletes in the world. Over 10 years, his base salary will total £260 million, excluding performance bonuses and endorsements. This level of financial security allows him to focus entirely on his game without the distractions of renegotiations or transfer speculation. The removal of any release clause further cements Haaland's relationship with Manchester City. Previously, his contract had included clauses that could have allowed other clubs to buy him out. By eliminating these, Manchester City has effectively shut the door on potential suitors, ensuring Haaland remains their cornerstone for years to come. Haaland's rise to prominence has been nothing short of remarkable. His career began to take off during his time at Red Bull Salzburg, where he scored 28 goals in just 22 appearances. This earned him a move to Borussia Dortmund in January 2020, where his incredible goal-scoring form continued. With 86 goals in 89 games for Dortmund, Haaland quickly established himself as one of the most lethal strikers in Europe. When Manchester City signed him in 2022 for £51 million, many considered it a bargain. Haaland's physicality, speed, and goal-scoring instincts made him a perfect fit for the Premier League. In his first 2 seasons, he shattered records, including the most goals in a single Premier League season. Haaland's 111 goals in 126 appearances for Manchester City have already placed him among the club's greatest ever players. His contributions were instrumental in City's treble-winning campaign, which included the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League titles. At just 24 years old, Haaland has already achieved what many players can only dream of in their entire careers. The appeal of staying at Manchester City is evident. The club provides a world-class environment that allows players to thrive. From state-of-the-art training facilities to cutting-edge sports science and analytics, City spares no expense in optimizing performance. Haaland benefits from the best support available, ensuring he can continue to perform at the highest level. Playing under Pep Guardiola is another significant factor. Guardiola is widely regarded as one of the greatest managers in football history. His tactical expertise and ability to develop players have been key to Manchester City's success. Under Guardiola, Haaland has not only maintained his goal-scoring form, but also improved his overall game, becoming a more complete striker. Manchester City's dominance on the pitch makes the club an ideal place for Haaland to continue his career. Surrounded by world-class players like Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Rodri, Haaland has the support needed to excel. The team's ability to compete for major trophies every season ensures that Haaland will have the opportunity to add to his already impressive list of honors. By committing to Manchester City for the long term, Haaland has the chance to build a legacy comparable to footballing legends who define their clubs. Players like Lionel Messi at Barcelona or Ryan Giggs at Manchester United are celebrated not only for their skill, but also for their loyalty. Haaland could become that figure for City, a player synonymous with an era of dominance. Haaland's decision to sign this contract represents a masterstroke for Manchester City. Securing the services of one of the world's best players for a decade ensures the club's continued success. It sends a strong message to rivals that City intends to remain at the pinnacle of football for years to come. This deal also enhances Manchester City's appeal to other players. Having Haaland as the focal point of their attack makes the club even more attractive to potential signings. Talented players want to play alongside the best, and Haaland's presence at City will undoubtedly help the club attract additional world-class talent. Haaland's commitment also guarantees stability for Manchester City's long-term plans. At 24, Haaland is just entering his prime years. By the time this contract ends, he could go down as the greatest player in the club's history, breaking records and setting new benchmarks for future generations. This decision signals a clear intent from both Haaland and Manchester City. For Haaland, it's an opportunity to cement his legacy at a club that provides the perfect environment for success. For City, it's a declaration of their ambition to dominate English and European football for the foreseeable future. While Erling Haaland's record-breaking deal with Manchester City comes with undeniable benefits, it's impossible to ignore the potential risks and challenges that come with a 10-year commitment. This is a rare move in modern football, and such long-term agreements, though lucrative, carry significant uncertainties. The first and most obvious risk is the lack of flexibility. By committing to City until 2034, Haaland has effectively closed the door on the possibility of exploring other footballing opportunities. Clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Juventus are among the most iconic in football history, and their appeal lies not only in their storied legacies, but also in their ability to elevate players to global superstardom. Playing in multiple leagues has historically been a hallmark of some of the greatest players. Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, built his legacy by dominating in England, Spain, and Italy, proving himself in different footballing cultures. Haaland's decision to stay at City could limit his exposure to such diverse experiences and potentially restrict his global appeal. There's also the unpredictable nature of football to consider. Manchester City is currently a dominant force in European football, but no team stays at the top forever. Managers leave, key players retire or transfer, and even the best-run clubs face periods of transition or decline. If City's fortunes were to change, whether due to a dip in form, financial sanctions, or a managerial shakeup, Haaland could find himself locked into a situation that doesn't align with his ambitions. Another factor to consider is the intense physical demands of Haaland's playing style. At 6 feet 4 inches, with incredible speed and strength, Haaland is known for his aggressive, high-energy approach to the game. While this makes him a nightmare for defenders, it also increases the risk of injuries. A decade-long contract doesn't account for the possibility of a career-altering injury, which could significantly impact both the player and the club. Then there's the mental pressure that comes with being the face of a club for such a long time. With a contract of this magnitude, expectations are sky high. Every performance, every goal, and every season will be scrutinized. Haaland will be under constant pressure to deliver, and maintaining such a high standard for a full decade is no small task. Some critics argue that Haaland may have taken too much of a gamble by committing to one club for so long. Football is a fast-moving sport, and opportunities that seem far away today could emerge unexpectedly. What if a team like Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern Munich offers a chance to be the centerpiece of their project in the future? By signing this deal, Haaland has essentially removed himself from those conversations. However, there's another perspective to consider. Loyalty can be a legacy-defining trait. In an era where players frequently change clubs, Haaland's decision to commit to Manchester City could make him an anomaly, a symbol of loyalty and dedication. Players like Francesco Totti at Roma or Lionel Messi during his prime years at Barcelona are celebrated not just for their skill, but also for their loyalty to their clubs. Haaland has the chance to become that figure for Manchester City. If City continues to dominate, Haaland's decision could pay off spectacularly. He could break the Premier League's all-time goal-scoring record, lead the club to multiple Champions League titles, and become one of the greatest players in football history, all while wearing the same jersey. The broader implications of this deal extend beyond Haaland and Manchester City. It raises questions about whether such long-term contracts will become more common in football. Will other clubs start offering decade-long deals to secure their best players? Or will they view this as too risky? Haaland's decision suggests that stability and loyalty can be just as important as exploring new challenges. If his gamble pays off, it could inspire a new generation of players to prioritize long-term projects over short-term moves. But if things go wrong, this deal could become a cautionary tale. It would serve as a reminder that football's unpredictability makes flexibility a valuable asset for any player. Ultimately, only time will tell whether Haaland's decision to sign this contract was a stroke of genius or a risky move. For now, the focus will be on his performances on the pitch, where he continues to dominate as one of the best strikers in the world. This deal is about more than just money or trophies. It's about legacy. The question is, will this gamble cement his place as one of the greatest players in football history, or will it limit his potential to explore new opportunities and redefine the game across multiple leagues? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. Erling Haaland's decision will be talked about for years to come.